Hello everyone and welcome back to SRL Racing League. We're a little bit late today, unfortunately, so you must forgive us. But we are finally here. We're 1 hour late, unfortunately, but we're here for the final race of the season, the Brazilian Grand Prix, as you can see. I'm going to be your commentator today, Samuel Brandt. I did miss last week. I was actually supposed to do commentary on last week's race, but you had the enjoyment of Nick van Gelder instead. And what an exciting race it was last time out. And hopefully this time around we can have just as an exciting race. And, it will be interesting to see who can come out on top today. Let's just quickly run through the grid for the final time this season. The sole AlphaTauri you see here is Jesper Lempinen. He'll be making maybe his last appearance for AlphaTauri, who knows. But he is in the Italian Red Bull second car today. Then we have, well, former title contender Logan Orand. The title is closed at the moment. It has been wrapped up, so not much we can do now. But Logan Orand in the Alpine as usual. Ivan Brito in the Williams again. We have Christian Dorman in the Haas. As per usual, I picked up good points last time out. As far as I remember, he finished 5th. And, well, was my driver of the day for sure. Then we have Nick van Gelder, who we spoke of. He is going to be racing in the Red Bull today. Then we have Dion Stahl in the Ferrari as usual. Then we have Reese March in the Haas to accompany Christian Dorman. He is making his maybe last appearance as a reserve driver, coming back full-time next year, so that's going to be interesting. Then we have our champion, Jensen Randall, making his last appearance, as it seems right now, in SRL full-time. He has said that he is retiring at the end of the season, so that's going to be interesting to see, but he is going to be doing one last race for Mercedes here today, so that's going to be interesting. Senna Herweyer in the Alfa Romeo, as per usual. Then we have Marcus Mulder, the GT3 champion in the Aston Martin, going to be flying the flag solely for Aston Martin today, as Thodoris Samanidis is not here today. Then we have Jure Marusic in the other Red Bull. He also had he's had some good runs in the last couple of races. Results have not reflected that, but he has had some good races. Then we have Robin Herstadhagen, who is looking to cap off a pretty decent season for McLaren. We'll see where he goes at the end of the season. Well, he is sticking with McLaren, actually, as I just checked my notes. Then we have Sandro Dooley's in the Ferrari, and we have Luke Smith making a, well, I almost want to say guest appearance here today, because it's not usual that we see him taking part in SRL, but he's going to be substituting for Yannick Verpeten today in the McLaren. So that's all of the current drivers at the moment, just waiting for the race start. As I think, oh yeah, we are supposed to have Alexei Koivuniemi here as well, Jensen Randall's teammate. It seems like his internet cut out, potentially. Just see, but seems like people are ready to get going. So we're going to get this season finale underway. And hopefully we're going to have a good race today. It's going to be interesting to see what happens today. Championship is pretty much, well, it is already over, so there's nothing to fight for there. And yeah, I'm just gonna check and see if there is actually anything we are fighting for today, or if anyone is fighting for something today. Otherwise, it's just gonna be a formality today, and see who can potentially pick up a surprised victory. Let's see. Game right now is a little bit wonky, but we'll see if it sorts itself out. Hopefully it does. Well, we'll see what happens. But, oh, there we go. Session is underway. 14 drivers in the pits. I'm just checking the standings as we speak. Koivuniemi and Dooley's are actually in a fight over third place in the Drivers' Championship, so that's quite interesting. With Koivuniemi not being able to make it here today. Seems like we could have an interesting result here today if Sandro is able to pick up enough points today. So we see Jensen head out onto the track along with one of the Haas drivers. I think that might be, is that Christian? Or who is that? No, that's Reese. So Reese and the Haas out on track. So is Luke Smith in the McLaren and Jensen Randall. A lot of people coming out on track right now. See Jesper Lempinen also out on track right now. So I'm gonna give people time to set their lap times, and then we're gonna see what happens. But at the moment, seems like it is quite overcast. So maybe we could see some rain, who knows? There's a possibility that could happen. It is Brazil after all, so be interesting to see. But Reese, I think, no, there's someone in front of him. Is that Jensen, I wonder? That is Jensen. There's a yellow flag in Sector 3. It's Luke Smith. Let's see. He has retired. I wonder if he is starting. He's starting from the back. So we've seen a couple of drivers do as Alexei Koivuniemi joins, so that's nice. He's going to be in the Mercedes as well, as we're following Jensen around on his first flying lap on the mediums. Racing for pride today. The Briton already sealed the championship a couple of races ago, so you are looking at this year's champion right now. And what a championship contender he has been ever since he came into SRL. Oh, picked up the power a little bit too early there, Jensen Randall, and spins. Luckily, there's a big open grass patch right there for him to spin onto. Reese March, first driver to set a lap time at 1:07. That is the time to beat now. Jesper Lempinen not able to do so in his first try. Max Mulder jumps straight to the top. So already Max laying down the pace from the beginning. Dion Stahl clocks 4th place at the moment, 1:08. As we see Logan Orand post a new fastest lap of 1:07.384. We have a yellow flag in sector 1 and 2. I think that is a slow-moving Ferrari of Dion Stahl, potentially. Yeah, there's. As Ivan heads into the pits, I think Sandro is coming up to finish his first flying lap. Let's see what he's on. Goes 3rd place. So So not a bad initial first lap for Rhys March. I actually thought he was going to be outdone by everyone, but credit to the Briton. Pretty decent lap time. Yellow flag in sector 2, that's just for slow moving traffic. Rhys into the pits. Let's watch Alexei. We just saw Sandro post his first flying lap on the soft, so 107.579. Asada Hervaya sets a lap time at 111. That's not going to be anywhere near good enough. Felder posts a lap time. Here comes Alexei, starts his lap now. Let's see where the Finn can put his car. So through the center S's. He's on the mediums, so he might be a little bit down on the others. Jensen has improved his lap time, so he's on a 17777. That was a lot of sevens. Post that lap time on mediums as well, just like Logan. So looking for the alternate strategy. It seems like the top 3 here, or the suspected top 3. Yellow flags are just for slow moving traffic. There's nothing to worry about. As Alexei has had a pretty decent lap so far. Jura clocks a lap time of 109. Goes 10th. He might be demoted shortly if Alexei can keep the car in a straight line. Beautiful. He sets a purple second sector. I wonder if he's going to shoot towards the top here. Comes right towards the front. Oh, 5th. Not bad. Only a couple of hundreds behind his teammate. And Logan has retired from the session. He did it through the pit lane, so no biggie there. So far, pretty decent. I must say, I'm surprised that Max and Sandro have managed to squeeze themselves in between the title protagonists here. So it's interesting, but I suspect that maybe, yeah, there we go. Jensen Randall has made the switch to the softs, and surely he's going to be able to beat at least the 2 others. I don't know about Logan. He has had some good qualifying pace this year. Speaking of, I think Ivan is coming out. Yeah, Ivan has just left the pit lane. I think people are just coming in to swap to new tires right now. The people who've been out on track, and then new people coming out on track to try and see if they can post a lap time with 10 minutes left. So plenty of time. Plenty of time. And Ivan also signing with SRL, or preparing for a new season next year. Mustn't forget as well as we are saying goodbye to a couple of drivers here today. Mainly Jensen Randall. We're also saying goodbye to this generation of cars, as we are obviously getting the new regulations to set in next year. So we're having the new spec cars, the ground effect cars, and reports are saying that those cars are difficult to drive. They are a lot more slippery than these cars. We'll see how the drivers are able to... Oh! I was just about to say how they are able to control those cars. Ivan has spun into turn 1, or coming out of turn 1. Doesn't look like there's damage. So he's just going to snail his way around. See if he can post another lap time. Meanwhile, Jesper Lempinen, coming into the pits. No, but it's not a lap time that's going to count for anything. He must have invalidated somewhere. Here we go, another flying lap by the Finn. Into turn 1, much better than Ivan did. Through the Senna S's onto the DRS straight, the first of them. Sandro Dooley's jumps to the top with a 107.304. Okay. So he went 800ths faster than Logan. He is on a softer compound as well, so that is to be expected. But that does make it interesting to see if we can have some of the other drivers maybe jump Logan. Maybe Logan has been a little bit too quick to retire here. Meanwhile, I actually do think that Jensen and Alexi are starting a lap time now, along with Senna Herweyer. So we're going to follow Jensen. We're going to keep an eye out for Jesper as well. Doesn't improve. Jesper, meanwhile, Jensen fastest first sector, purple first sector. Really good stuff. I think Alexi might have... Oh, there's some trouble there. Is that Sandro? Oh, he's just stopped to let traffic pass. No problem there. Meanwhile, Jensen. Is it going to be... We're going to get the second sector time here. Here's the split. Purple as well. He might jump to the top here. There's only a couple of tenths that he needs to improve. Euro jumps his teammate Nick. Here comes Jensen. What's it going to be? New fastest lap. 106. Oh my. Nearly a second faster, and Alexi follows it up with a 106 as well. The Mercedes drivers are on top again. And meanwhile, Jensen has won the championship. Alexi hasn't secured third in the drivers' championship yet. So there's still something to fight for the Finn. But what a display of domination from the Mercedes drivers. If Jensen wasn't leaving, you could bet that he was going to be a title challenger for next year as well. Meanwhile, we watch Max get a bit of a tow from one of the Red Bulls. Wonder who that is. Oh, he's going into the pits as well. Reese is not out on track. Is that Neek is in the pits? Euro cuts turn 1, turn 2 and turn 3. He's on a race to get back to the pits, it seems. I think Christian has just come out of the pits. He's just started his lap, maybe. Yeah, he's just started his lap. Okay, so let's follow Christian. He's had a pretty decent season, I want to say. Oh, runs very wide there. Doesn't seem like he invalidated, though. Maybe lost too much time for the game to invalidate his lap time. Who knows? But as I was just saying, he's had a pretty decent first season. Yellow flag for the Red Bull of Jura, who's... I don't know if he's spun or what he's done. He's in the grass patch somewhere. There he is. Meanwhile, Christian making his way around the final proper corner. No invalidation. I don't know. Let's see. What's he going to be? He dives into the pits. Okay, interesting. Let's follow Robin then. Who's down in 13th. It looked like he had some good momentum at some point during the season, but it really never kept coming for him. He wasn't able to keep up the momentum and has dropped off a little bit over the last couple of races. Oh, runs very wide there. Oh, and he spins. Oh, manages to keep it out of the wall. Pretty decent car control from the Norwegian there. Loses it through the fast left-hander. Loses it on the curb. I don't know if he has any damage, but able to keep his McLaren out of the wall. Maybe he just needs to change a pair of underpants. That might be all. Oh, I say that. There's an end plate flying there. Anyway. Lexi Koivuniemi driver we are going to be watching right now. Is Jensen going to be helping his teammate to distance himself from Sandro Dooley's? I wonder. Are the two Mercedes drivers trying to win each other a little bit of favor? Yeah. Let's see. Jensen has started a new flying lap. So just... and he's coming up to a lot of traffic, it seems. So you know what? We're actually going to be watching him. Purple first sector. Really working the tires. Oh, he's slowed down. I wonder, is he helping his teammate here? Let's see, Alexi over the line. Really aggressive into the center S's there. Oi, great line. There's a bit of traffic, a Ferrari and a Williams ahead of him. Shouldn't be any problems. Hopefully. Let's see, what's it going to be for Alexi? Well, I didn't get his first sector. Ferrari moves out of the way. No problems there. Jensen slowing down, building up for another lap. Seems. Let's see, what's it going to be for Alexi in the middle sector? He's coming up to the Williams. There's a purple middle sector. 900's just about a tenth up. What's this going to be for the Finn? Is this going to be provisional pole? Alexi Koivuniemen to the line. Oh, no, it isn't. It isn't. Oh, dear. That was not enough. It was close. It was not enough. Just about a tenth shy from his teammate. Speaking of his teammate, he's invalidated his lap time again. There's not really much happening. Let's see. Reese March is on a flying lap. He's coming across the line right now. Senna Hervaya in front of him. Senna improves. What about Reese? He improves as well. Up to 5th for Reese March. Not bad. Not bad from Brit. Max, though, straight into 4th. Jumps Reese and Logan. So Logan all the way down to 5th right now. Let's see. Next driver across the line is going to be Ivan Brito. 7th for the Portuguese driver. Not bad, not bad. There's a Ferrari coming across the line. One of Dion. It is Dion. Not an improvement though. Oh, there's a bit of a mess going on down in Sector 1. Between Max Mulder and Senna Hervaya. Huh. Wonder... oh. And the Alfa Romeo has spun. Here comes Christian. Where is... wait, my cursor just left me. Christian is starting another lap here, it seems. Closely followed by Jesper Lempinen. Very shallow line there. Jesper retires, so he's going to clock 7th and not anything better. Time has run out now though, so final laps are coming in. I think last drivers across the line is going to be Christian Dorman, so we're going to follow him. Mercedes into the pits, Aston Martin into the pits. What about Senna Hervaya into the pits? Ferrari into the pits. No. Oh, yeah, into the pits. Let's watch Ivan. That doesn't look like it's going to set the timesheets alight. Oh, very close to the edge there, Christian. Coming up to the line. What can the German do? Oh, he's into the pits. Oh. So no improvements. No improvements from Dorman. Doesn't seem like... I don't know if that would have been better. But what a qualifying session we've had. We've had some surprises, I will say that. We've had some surprises. But the man on pole position, not really a surprise, to be honest. Jensen Randall takes pole position once again. And what are we waiting for right now? There we are. So, the man who's won the championship this year, on pole position as well. Jensen Randall once again pole position, and he is closely followed by his teammate Alexei Koivuniemi in second place. Then we have Sandro Dooley's very, very great qualifying from the Greek driver, and then Max Mulder in the Aston Martin in fourth. And we have Logan Oran, the only driver on mediums, fifth. Reese March, very respectable, sixth. Jesper Lempinen in seventh. Brito 8th, Van Gelder 9th, and Dorman in 10th, and then it is Dion Stahl, Jure Marusic, Senna Herweyer, Robin Herstadhagen, and Luke Smith. That rounds out 11th to 15th in this qualifying session. So that was the last qualifying session of the season. And we have some fast drivers that are starting a little bit further behind than I think they would have liked. Especially thinking about Logan Oran in particular. Don't think he had hoped to be starting in P5 for this Grand Prix. Good news are that there are a decent amount of overtaking opportunities on this track, so all hope is not lost for the American. Could still potentially grab a victory here today to seal the season off with a good result. Let's see how that goes. Drivers just finalizing their strategies. They're waiting. Having a decent shot of the pit lane there. So it'll also be interesting to see what pit strategy we're working with here today. We just saw Van Gelder made a change to his strategy. The tires went from the hard compound to medium as Jensen Randall sets off. Why are we stuck in this view? Oh, well, anyway, so here we are, final race of the season. What a race we have ahead of us. Jensen Randall on pole position, as I said, followed by his teammate Alexei Koivuniemi in the other Mercedes. Then we have a surprise Sandro Dooley's. I wasn't expecting him to be so far up. P3, we have Max Mulder in the Aston Martin in P4. He's been consistent throughout the season, so no surprises there. Then we have Logan Oran on the alternate strategy in P5. Reese March in the Haas substitute role today in P6. Jesper Lempinen for Alpha Tauri in P7. Ivan Brito in P8. And then we have the lead Red Bull of Nick van Gelder in P9 with Christian Dorman in the other Haas, rounding out the top 10. And then we have Dion Stahl. As we see the race strategy there, so predicted strategy is a two-stop, it's a soft to hard, and the alternate strategy is a double soft to mediums. So maybe Dion Stahl P11, Jure Marusic P12, Senna Herweyer P13, Robin Herstadhagen in P14. They could all hope to use that alternate strategy maybe to try and gain some positions, and then we obviously have Luke Smith, much like Logan Oran, on the alternate strategy, starting on mediums. But the grid has formed. We get the strategy once again. Waiting for players to be ready. Here we go. 5 red lights are on for the final race of the season. And we are lights out and away we go. Jensen gets a decent start, has to cover off from his teammate. Max Mulder makes a dive. Oh, 3 wide into turn 1. Briefly. Max on the outside of Dooley's. What a move from the Dutchman. Doolis is going to come back at him here, though. I think Doolis... Oh, Max is swerving a little bit there. But it seems like it's a clean start for everyone. There's a bit of a scrap going on, I think. Everyone is away pretty nicely. Even the midfield, so that is a surprise. Turn 1, 2 and 3 is usually quite chaotic on this track. Everyone has gotten away pretty well. As we see there, they're forming up. Oh, Ivan Brito trying to lunge on Lempinen there. Oh, the Portuguese driver getting all out of shape there. And here comes Nick van Gelder to the inside. Oh, runs Brito out wide. That might be something the steward has to look at. Dorman on the tail of Van Gelder. Here we go. Is there going to be an overtake into turn 1? Here comes Dorman. Oh, they've touched. Christian Dorman spins across the track. Oh, that didn't look good. That did not look good. Herstadhagen is into the pits. And if he had some damage. Luke Smith is up into P9 right now. So he's profited from all of the chaos that happened into turn 1. I wonder if Dorman has some damage to his front wing. Or maybe even the floor. It's too difficult to tell at the moment. But it just seems like... Oh, that's a hard one to call, I think. It looked like Dorman just squeezed Van Gelder out of room and there wasn't really anything Van Gelder could do. He just got locked in on Dorman's rear right tyre there. Meanwhile, Jensen Randall out in front. We might have a battle for third here, brewing. Doolis is keeping up with Max Mulder as Marusic makes a move on Luke Smith here. Look like we could have a fight here. Here comes Smith. Oh! Looked like he chopped across the front wing there of Dion Stahl. Meanwhile, behind them, Senna Herweyer and Ivan Brito. Close racing here, but Brito gets ahead. Oh, this is close racing as well. Look at this. I think there's a little bit of lag surrounding Luke Smith right now. He is from Australia, so his internet connection may not be the best that we see today. One I want to focus on right now is Sandro Doolis. DRS is not active yet. Oh wait, it is. My bad. Here comes Doolis to the inside. What's this going to result in? Max Mulder trying to hang tough around the outside. He does a brilliant work there. But here comes Orand. Ooh, that's going to be tight. It's 3 wide into turn 4 here. Who's going to come out on top? Oh, Orand spins. No. Oy. That was what I feared. That was what I feared. 3 cars side by side does not go into that corner, but it does mean that Reese March, of all people, has got up to this battle for the podium. He might just want to sit back and take his time to try and suss out what his options are. Bit of a chaotic start here, it seems. And here we go again. Max Mulder this time. And Doolis. DRS wide open. He's going to go to the inside. No, he's going to try around the outside here. Mulder. Doesn't work. Very difficult to get that move. He gets the drive though out of 3. Second DRS straight here. All right to the inside for Max Mulder. Gets squeezed. Oi, oi, oi. And he just had to buck out of that one. But what a great battle we have going here for P3. Meanwhile, Jensen Randall and Alexei Koivuniemi out in front, controlling this race, the Mercedes team right now. They have already sealed off the championship for constructors, so there's nothing there. I wonder if they are just trying to secure Alexei's place as third best in the Drivers' Championship. It seems like Senna Hervey has gone off in the middle sector. Back on track right now, so no need for a safety car. But here we go again, Max Mulder. He's on the tail of Sandro Dulis. He has the DRS. He's going to try it again. Sandro covers off the inside. He's going to try around the outside. It didn't work the first time. It's not going to work this time. He gets the drive, though, through the second corner and into turn 3. Second DRS, what's going to do for him? Gets the slipstream. Is he going to be able to hang around the outside? He's going to try, and it doesn't really work for him. Oh, almost runs into the back of the Greek Ferrari there. And right now it seems like Max is thinking that Sandro is a bit of a bottleneck for him right now. Not able to fully release his Aston Martin. Rhys March gets a 3-second time penalty. That's the first penalty of this race. That's not going to do him any favour in trying to secure a podium here. Might just be for corner cutting. Oh, got out of shape there, Max. Wonder, is he going to lose the DRS? No, he's just within DRS, but he's going to be looking in his mirrors down towards turn 1. Rhys March is right on his tail right now. And he's going to have the DRS. Let's see if March tries anything here into turn 1. It doesn't seem like it. Seems like Max has a really good top line speed. Right up with Sandro Dulis again, right here. Just trying to recover. We're on lap 7 right now. So soft tyres, I'm expecting them to go about 12 laps or something like that before they start to show signs of tyre wear. Jesper Lempinen picks up a 3-second time penalty. Multiple warnings, that's for corner cutting. Turn 4, that can be a bit of a tricky corner to stay within track limits. But this battle for P3 is absolutely wonderful. Really skilled drivers here. Drivers that we are usually not seeing battling. Oh, great shot there as well. Here we go. I wonder if Max is going to get the drive here. Much closer to Dulis than he was last time around. Is that DRS going to come in clutch for him? It's not going to be into turn 1. Dulis has already shown that he is not willing to open the inside. Here comes Max, round the outside. Does not work for him into turn 1. He gets the switchback though. Oh, great switchback. He's on the outside. But that is the long route. He gets the second DRS. He's on the outside for turn 4. What's he going to be into turn 4? Oh, that's close. Oh, is he going to... No, he didn't try that. Here comes Max again. Is it going to be this time? Does he squeeze it to the inside? No, he doesn't. He's forced to the outside. Max, ooh, and does that open the inside for Rhys March? No, he manages to cover it off. Just about. Just about. Oh, Rhys got a good launch there. He's going to be able to do anything about it. Nah, doesn't seem like. This is a great battle for some good points here. Nick makes a move on Jorda into turn 4, so now Nick is ahead of his teammate. Meanwhile, I don't know, Logan doesn't seem to have any pace here. He's been really slow in catching up to Jesper. could just be deceiving. Who knows? Anyway, we go again. Max Mulder. Oh, Sandro gets a poor run there. Surely this is going to be it for Max. Max on the outside here. He's going to be well past Sandro before they get to turn 1. Gets the move done just before turn 1. There we go. Max into P3 now. I wonder if he's going to be able to keep it though. There's a second DRS coming down through the center S's here. But Dooley seems to be too far away here. Is he going to try anything here? No. He's not going to try it. Max secures P3. What a battle. Hopefully it continues onwards. We're on lap 10. So we're 1/3 of race distance covered. Just about. Here we go. Dooley's is able to stick with Max, it seems. So it's not all bad for Dooley's. Pace is pretty decent. Meanwhile, Marusic and Van Gelder duking it out for the last point-paying positions. Meanwhile, let's see if Dooley's can come back at Max. He's a little bit further away than I think he would have liked. Max does not cover the inside. Oh, he does. Oh, seems like Dooley's is just better in the corners. A really good battle, this one. Second DRS down towards turn 4. Meanwhile, Logan gets past the Jesper Lempinen in his climb back into the high points paying positions. Oh, I say that, but Jesper is putting up a bit of a fight here. So, not all bad. I think Logan could be on the tail end of this battle pretty shortly. These guys are losing themselves a lot of time by battling so fiercely. Lost 7 seconds to the lead drivers of Jensen and Alexei, so they've lost plenty of time. There's only around 1 second a lap, just about. It's not really too bad, or less than a second a lap. That's pretty decent. Here comes Sandro. Let's see if he can do anything about Max. It's pretty far back. Is he going to go forward? Oh, he sends it! He sends it! And he's on the inside of Max. He's not going to be able to do anything. Great camera shot there. Here comes Dooley's. He's going to be able to do... Oy! Fakes it to the outside, goes for the inside. I'm pretty sure he gets the move on Max here. Great move. Great move. Up into P3 again for Sandro Dooley's. You can see the blue Alpine there in the background. Getting ever closer to this battle. But meanwhile, Dooley's is just doing a really good job here today. It's a scrap going on here, it seems, between the two Red Bulls. Really going at it, and Dion Stahl has caught up massively due to this little scrap here. But meanwhile, Logan Orand is on the back end of Rhys March now. He is just about outside DRS range. That's not the battle we are concerned about. Here comes Max. Not able to do anything about Sandro into turn 1. Let's see if the second DRS gets him anything that he can use. Oh, gets a great launch there. Just about see Dooley's front wing on Max's support pillar for the wing mirror there. Not able to get past Dooley's this time. Soft tyres are around a drop-off time now, should be, according to Pirelli's strategy. Should be around now that the soft tyres start to drop off, and we are seeing Orand on mediums. He is closing up. So softs are definitely falling off a little bit here. Meanwhile, Rhys March is just not able to do anything about this battle. He's been sitting there watching Dooley's and Mulder going at it. lap after lap, and he can't do anything about it. Here we go. Is Logan gonna do re-smarch into turn 1? Sense it. That is a done deal for Orand. Pretty decent overtake. His next target is Max Mulder ahead of him. And he can't get past Dooley's. Mulder seems he is trapped behind the rear end of that red Ferrari. And he's going to have company coming from behind right now in the form of Logan Orand. So where is Orand going to try and pull this move? There's a yellow flag. That's for Senna Hairwire. Slow moving. It seems like he's gotten back up to speed again. Might just have been to let the leaders pass. Yeah, it seems like it was. But here we go. This is going to be a DRS train into turn 1. Oh, Max doesn't get a good launch there. Here comes Orhan on the outside. Before the DRS, he is already alongside it. He's not going to be able to make it 2 out of 2, is it? Surely not. Nah. But he's up into P4. And Dooley's is going to be the next name on his hit list. Max wants to stay close to Orand here because he could potentially sneak through with the American. Here goes Orand. Dooley's doesn't fight it. Manages to cover off Max in the process. Good driving from the Ferrari driver there. Knew what battle to fight, what battle not to pick. He maintains P4. Now he's going to see if he can stick with Orand to try and pick up DRS. I think would be a clever move. And he is just about going to get the DRS here. No, he may actually just have missed it. I don't know. Is the DRS flap open? No, but Dooley's is into the pits, so he is going to blink first of the midfield. Both Jensen and Alexia are in as well, so they've double stacked Mercedes. I mean, when you're just so far ahead, you can afford to do stuff like that. But they are hoping that there is not going to be a safety car now. A safety car right now would ruin the race strategy for Randall, Koivuniemi and Dooley's after they've pit. So let's see, what are they going to do here? Max Mulder left to be the responding driver on the strategy call. Let's see what he does. Been fairly clean. We still have all 15 drivers in the race so far. It's been a clean affair right now. But let's see what they do here. Max is into the pits. Logan continues onwards. He's on a different strategy and Reese marches into the pits as well. So Jensen inherits P2. And Alexi is up into P3 now. Let's see where's Dooley's. There he is. Max is coming out of the pits now. He has a shorter run. Oh, this is going to be close. This is going to be really close, I think. Where's Max? Where's Max? There he is. Oh, he's just going to be behind Dooley's. So Dooley's maintains P4. That was actually pretty close. So Max responding on Dooley's call to pit. And they stick together, it seems, and maintain positions. So everyone on mediums right now. Logan is going to be flying towards the end of the race. He's going to be on softs, presumably. Unless we get a safety car of some sort right now. Yes, Lempinen picks up the time penalty. Presumably for corner cutting. Bit of a battle going on here, it seems, between Marusic Lempinen and Smith. Smith could get a run on Lempinen here though. Smith is on softs. Marusic into the pits. Leaves these two to just fight it out. So nothing he can do there, Smith. Oh, but Jesper loses it into the center S's and Smith is past him. Oh dear. Meanwhile, out in front, it's still as it stands. Hervaya picks up a 3-second time penalty. He must have a couple of penalties by now. Max and Sandro are still battling out. They're catching up to Hervaya though. That could maybe be a little bit of trouble for... Oh, he lets them pass without any problems. Good on Hervaya there. Let's see if Max has any tricks up his sleeve that he can use. Try and get past Dooley's. Blast down towards turn 1. Max is going to get the DRS. He's quite far behind though. I don't think he's going to be able to pull a move. Unless he... thought he was going to send it there. Oh, a bit loose there from Dooley's in the mid part of the corner. Let's see if Max gets a run. He gets a pretty decent run. Dooley's covers off the inside. Nothing Max can do. Bit of a stalemate right now. There hasn't been any trouble so far. No one has really tangled apart from the beginning where Doorman was spun across the track by Nick van Gelder as they lap Hersterhagen. As Orand is into the pits, presumably to go onto softs, I would assume. Could be wrong. Most likely on softs. Yeah, he's on softs. So where's he going to filter out in all of this? Is he going to come out behind this little scrap right here? Here comes Max though. Oh! Fakes to the inside, goes to the outside. I think Orand is actually going to come out ahead of these two. Great undercut. Great overcut, should I say, from Orand. He was he'd just overtaken Max when they came into the pits. So he's done really well to overcut Dooley's here on the strategy. But Orand is going to be flying right now. We can expect to see a fastest lap from the American anytime soon. Resume this battle. Oh, yellow flags. That was for Luke Smith. I think he cut a corner or something. Had to slow down. Here's Dooley's. Let's see what Max can do. He is very close right now. Closer than he was last lap. Let's see what can the Dutchman do. He goes to... Ooh, Dooley's defends really well here. Max takes a shallower line, able to get on the power much more aggressively coming out of turn 3. Great shot there from the camera on the rear of Dooley's Ferrari. Really well so far, these two. Max still trying to figure out how to get around the Ferrari. Has been haunting him ever since the race started. Yellow flag in sector 2. Senna Hervaya has crashed out. It's a safety car. Ooh, that could play into the hands of Logan Orand. He's just pitted onto the softs. There's a Mercedes. Oh, Alexei is into the pits. Jensen just went past the pit lane when the safety car was called. I wonder... yeah, everyone is coming into the pits now for soft tyres. March is in. What about Lempinen? Does he take track position? No, into the pits he comes as well. Smith, he's been on those soft tyres for 16 laps. That's going to be a blessing in disguise for him. Let's see. Dooley's and Max, they rejoin on soft tyres. We have 14 laps to go. That should be enough for the softs to cover. We're going to have some safety car running, so they're not going to get used massively. But Randall has been kind of screwed here by the strategy. He had just pitted for mediums and he was past the pit lane entry when the safety car was called out. So he wasn't able to respond. Oran, the strategy played right into Oran's hands there. He had just pitted the lap before for soft tyres. So he's going to be well gelled with that one. Dooley's slowing down Max here. Obviously they're going to have a delta right now they're going to respect. Or going to have to respect. But this is going to bunch up the field a little bit. It's going to be interesting to see what happens. So we didn't go a whole Brazilian Grand Prix without a safety car. It looked like a clean race so far, but you really can't blame drivers for losing the car on their own. It can happen. Seems like Hairwire just wasn't able to stick onto it, unfortunately. But Logan Orand has taken the lead because Jensen Randall has been into the pits. He pitted under the safety car, so he didn't manage to go into the pits when the safety car was called out. He's done it now, and that means Orand has inherited the lead from the Brit. So it's Orand, Randall, Koivuniemi, Doolis, Mulder, March, then it is Lempinen. Smith is still in P8 at the moment. And we have Stahl down in P9 and Van Gelder rounding out the points paying positions. It's going to be interesting to see. Ivan Brito has pitted onto the mediums, and likewise has Jesper Lempinen and Max Mulder. Okay, so they don't think the softs can go the whole way. They don't think the softs are durable enough to go the full race distance from when the field gets released. Interesting, interesting. We are just now waiting for people to catch up. At the moment, it does give a second chance to some of the drivers like Christian Dorman and Robin Herstadhagen, who I think have been involved in a bit of action today in terms of I think they got caught up in a bit of a crash of some sort. I know Dorman definitely did. But it does give us a bit of time to reflect on the Grand Prix so far. Pretty dominant by Mercedes up until this point. But at the moment, Orand has taken the lead. Ivan Brito picks up a 3-second time penalty. Speaking of penalties, fastest lap at the moment is Jensen Randall. Ivan has 3 seconds, Jesper has 6 seconds, all of the others have 3 seconds time penalty. Okay, interesting. Interesting. We're just waiting for the Haas of Dorman right now to catch up to the field, so we're probably going to go racing next lap when the safety car comes around. And that means we're going to have 12 laps to go. An entertaining race so far, I must say. Not because of the fight for the lead, but mainly because of the fight for P4, which has been absolutely brilliant between Dooley's and Mulder. They've respected each other, shown some great racing so far, so yeah, really, really strong. driving from both of them. Dorman is almost caught up to the field as we see. I think that was Herstadhagen who was let loose to unlap himself. So I don't think we're going to see him being allowed to close up to the field again once Dorman rejoins at the back of the pack. I think we are going to go racing at the end of this lap. Can't expect anything else. Can't really see why we should be waiting, to be honest. Dorman is at the back right now, so it'll be interesting to see, will the lights go out on the safety car? Or will we have another lap? Safety car is in this lap, so Logan Allround is taking control of the field now, and he dictates the pace. So he has full control of when the race resumes. And remember, no overtaking before the start-finish line. If you pull an overtake before that, you will get penalized, and nobody wants to see that. But let's see, when does the American... Ooh! Ooh! Gets very close to Jensen there. Oh, I think there's been some overtaking in the midfield between Van Gelder and Stahl. That's not on. Oh, he's leaving it right to the end, and there he goes. Oh, I think the midfield has been dropped completely. But Oran gets away semi-cleanly. Meanwhile, here in the midfield, there's absolute chaos. Luke Smith runs out very wide, and at the moment, it seems like Dorman has made up a lot of positions. I saw some movement down there before the safety car, or before the start-finish line, so that obviously means that, if that is true, it means that we are going to get penalties. Let's cut to here. Let's see how this goes, the front battle. It'll be interesting to see who comes out on top right here. Duelist will get the slipstream. Oh, Lempinen goes around there. Oh, that's unfortunate for the Finn. Seemed like to have everything under control. He spins it. That's not what you want to see. And he loses it again. Not going to get a safety car, hopefully. Meanwhile, out in front, Sandro has latched on to the back of Lexi Koivuniemi, it seems. Drop Max Mulder behind. Meanwhile, Reese March is seeing if he can stick with the Dutchman. Jesper has retired. Or has he retired? Or is he just left the session? I think he's just left the session. I don't think he's retired. Not yet, at least. It'll be interesting to see. Things we have to keep a lookout for now as well is penalties, because I see Christian Dorman in P9 at the moment. He is within striking distance of pretty much everyone in front, I think, at the moment, if the race were to finish when they come across the line. So we need to keep a lookout for that as well. And the fastest lap goes to Jensen Randall once again. Fresh tyres. Is he hunting down Logan Allround, like we've seen all season? Allround trying to defend from Randall, so nothing happens there yet. Meanwhile, Lexi Koivuniemi, like he has been used to so many times this year, reduced to a standby, or bystander, should I say. Meanwhile, further down, I don't know if Christian Dorman has a little bit of damage on that front wing, because he's now been overtaken by both Dion Stahl, Ivan Brito and Jure Marusic within the last 2 laps. So he may have some damage. the moment, I think Jura is sitting at maybe a net P7, maybe P6. Nah, surely not that far up. Nah, net P7 at the moment, I think. He does try and throw the anchors on Ivan Brito into turn 1, doesn't really work. Meanwhile, Max Mulder is out of DRS range on Sandro Dulis. Those medium tyres are not working in these early stages. Could come back to him though, who knows. As Luke Smith sets the fastest lap, 1:08. It's not going to count for anything unless he moves up 2 positions more. And that is very unlikely given the fact that he is 18 seconds behind Christian Dorman in P11. So that doesn't look likely. Meanwhile, there's a battle for P7, I think it is, at the moment. P8, sorry. Getting a little bit interesting. Between Dion Stahl, Ivan Brito and Jura Marosic. It's for the honours at the moment. Bragging rights over the course of the summer break before next season starts. If you want the bragging rights throughout the summer, you should be doing something about it now. Meanwhile, out in front, Jensen Randall, Logan Allround. We've seen these two scrap all the way through the season. And unfortunately for Logan, much like it has been throughout the entire season, it ends up with Jensen Randall coming out on top. So Allround reduced to 2nd place yet again. And he's going to be watching his mirrors now to try and keep Koivuniemi behind. So he can do something about that. Meanwhile, Rhys March has made a move on Max Mulder. Didn't even pick up on that. Max is still in front though, courtesy of penalties. Meanwhile, out in front again, Logan takes back the lead. It's not over yet. 6 laps to go. Oh, Logan going very defensively there. Maybe it is one of those days where Logan just picks up a victory, even though Jensen Randall is still taunting him from behind here. Who knows? Meanwhile, Ivan Brito makes a move on Dion Stahl into turn 4. Good on the Portuguese there. Still doesn't mean anything for him. He's still going to finish P9 as it stands, with Jura Marusic picking up 2 places because of penalties, as it seems right now. Let's see down towards turn 1 now. It is Jensen who has the DRS. Logan is going to try and defend, see if he can do anything about it. Goes to the inside, covers the inside. Jensen Randall to the outside. Is he going to produce anything? He goes a long way. He goes very deep. That's not going to produce anything there. And now his teammate Koivuniemi is on the back of him. Let's see how these 3 sort it out. Didn't produce anything there from Orand and Jensen. Keeping one eye on the battle between Rhys and Max at the moment. One eye on Ivan and Dion, and then my 3rd eye on this battle, however that works. Let's see. He's pretty far back now, Jensen. Let's see if he's able to set up a move here. Koivuniemi. Oh, there's yellow flags. That's Rhys March. That is Rhys March who spun out of the final corner. Oh, it was going so well for the Brit. Oh no. I wonder, he is probably going to lose the position to his teammate of the day. Oh, it was going so well for Rees. And it all goes away in an instant. That is unfortunate. That must suck. But we continue onwards. Jensen didn't make the move on Orand. See if we can get it this time around. We are going to have some interviews afterwards with some of the drivers, just speaking about the season in general and how it's been. We're obviously going to say a very warm goodbye to the man in shot right now, Jensen Randall, who's leaving us at the end of this season after today's race. And let's see if he can go out on top here. DRS on the Alpine, goes to the outside. Is he going to be able to pull off the move? It's a long way. He gets the inside on the switchback. Orand gets the... Ooh! Very close. Almost getting flashbacks of Force India there in Season 4. Orand gets the DRS back. But they sorted out. Championship rivals. But friends off the track. What do you know? It actually does work. But yeah, 2 laps to go before the season comes to a close. Can Orand defend from the 2 Mercedes drivers till the end and pick up a victory to end the season on? Ivan Brito makes a move for P6. Doing really well, the Portuguese driver. There's a bit of a scrap going on there. If there wasn't a scrap for first place, I would be watching that. But here comes Jensen Randall. Once again, is it going to be anything? He's forced to the outside and he makes the move into turn 1. Brilliant move, but Logan Orand definitely not done yet. We have 1 lap. We have 2 laps to go. This one plus 1 more before the season comes to an end. And this is by far not over yet. Logan Orand is going to have the DRS coming down the start-finish straight, coming down the back straight between turns 3 and 4. So you would say advantage Logan. Another 3-second time penalty for Luke Smith there. He must be clocking up quite a few penalties by now. Nick van Gelder makes a move on Ivan Brito for P6. Nick van Gelder picks up a 3-second time penalty whilst making a move for P6. But here comes Logan Orand. It's the last shot of the season. Let's see if the American can try and get the victory here at Interlagos. It's not going to be this time around. He has 1 more shot. Let's see, is it going to work out for the American here? It's not going to be this time around. There is 1 last chance coming down the start-finish straight for the last time. If he can get a good run out of the final corner, he could have a chance crossing the line. But let's see, who's it going to be that takes honours in the final race of the season? Is it going to be Jensen Randall leaving on a high note, leaving behind SRL on a victory, or is it going to be Logan Orand potentially kicking off a championship campaign already this season and dragging momentum into next season? Let's see. It's going to be the final time down this start-finish straight. I do not think that Logan Orand is close enough. It's going to be Jensen Randall once again, like we're so used to seeing this season, coming across the line in P1, followed by Logan Orand. Then it is Alexei Kovaniemi picking up P3 in the race and also in the Drivers' Championship. Sandro Dooley is defended from Max Mulder. Take P4 on track and in the championship as well. And then it is Max Mulder in P5. Here comes Nick van Gelder. Let's see how the penalties play out. P6 for Nick. Oh, but Jure Marusic steals it away. Just as I said, Jure Marusic picks up P6 after penalties are applied. Dion Stahl picks up P7, then it is Nick van Gelder, then Christian Doorman picking up 2 points for Haas, and then Ivan Brito, a singular point in today's race. I think he is going to be happy with that. For Williams, then it is Reese March, and then Luke Smith, Robin Herstadhagen, and Jesper Lempinen, who is going to be the last driver to cross the line. But what a race. There we go. Jesper Lempinen across the line here. The final time this season. There we go. Season over. What a season we've had. What a season we've had. And once again, Jensen Randall is going to be standing on top of the podium, collecting that winner's trophy. We've seen it so many times this season. He's collected trophy after trophy, and that is why he is an SRL double world champion. The first one of its kind. Logan Oran P2, Alexei Koivuniemi P3. This is championship standings as the season ends as well. So quite coincidentally, it's very poetic maybe some would say, but what a race we've had today. And it is Jensen Randall once again who takes honours. He closes his SRL adventure, for now at least, with a victory here in Brazil. And it is Logan Oran in P2. He is definitely going to be a title challenger next year, along with Alexei Koivuniemi to round out the podium. And we have Sandro Dulis, Max Mulder, Jura Marusic in a brilliant P6, Dion Stahl, Nick van Gelder and Christian Doorman, Ivan Brito, that's your top 10. Then Reese March, Luke Smith, Robin Herstadhagen and Jesper Lempinen, finishing drivers. Then Senna Herweyer, the last driver on the timesheet, clocked a DNF for today, unfortunately. So that has been the season, but it's not all over yet. We're going to see if we can get some interviews from the drivers who have been a part of this season. So if you will hang on just for a second. There we go. We're going to see if we can get some interviews from our top 3 of today. And not only the top 3 of today's race, but also the top 3 in that specific order in the Drivers' Championship as well. So let's see who's up for something. I hope Jensen especially is up for an interview. That would be quite nice. Hello, hello.
Hello, hello.
Is it Jensen Randall calling?
Yes.
It is. Well, Jensen, what a way to end the season, I must say. I mean, it looked like it was going to be plain sailing from the get-go. You and Alexei just, well, pretty much leaving the field behind, but that safety car, it didn't seem to play into your hands as you wanted.
No. Like, it was going to be touch and go if Logan would catch me up. Of course, the medium to soft is probably the best strategy, especially when there's no safety cars. So either way, I think I would have met up with him and still would have battled him, because I think our tyres would be similar.
Okay.
And he would have caught me up, so that was pretty much that. But I'm glad the safety car came out, because we got to have some really good battles. the end. And of course, trying to, I think, get the pass done at the right moment. And have the energy ready to like defend. So I think if I didn't have anything, I think Logan definitely could have got me before. But yeah, good way to end the season.
And I suppose also a good way to end your SRL story so far, at least. I mean, you said it yourself. You made it publicly quite early in the season that this was, at least for now, going to be your last season in SRL, and to end it with not only a victory but also the first double champion in SRL history. I mean, that must be something, I guess.
Yeah, take that. And yeah, hopefully next season. I don't know if Alexei is carrying on next season, but if he's carrying on the Mercedes, hopefully he could try and bring home the title.
Well, he is definitely going to be a championship contender, that is for sure. And I mean, I'm not sure. We have Sandro in the call here as well. I'm not sure he wanted to hear that Alexei managed to secure P3 in the championship as well. So, but I mean, that is really just what happens. Quite ironic as well. We picked it up on the stream as well that you came across the line in the championship order as well. Yourself in P1, Logan P2, and Alexei in P3. So I mean, there must be something quite symbolic about that in some way.
Meant to be.
Yeah, it was meant to be all along. But yeah, I mean, there's not really much more to say. You've been a fantastic champion to have around. We've had quite a few champions. Never anyone who was able to reclaim the title, defend the title, quite surprisingly. So to have someone do that, that is a first. And I mean, we wish you all the best of luck for whatever your future may bring. The door is always open back into SRL. I think I can say on behalf of myself and Sandro that we would always be open to bringing you back in if you are fit for it and want to pick it back up again.
I'm still up, like, doing Project Cars 2, and now of course the Indy 500.
Oh yeah, definitely. So we won't be losing you completely.
No.
That is good.
Stick around, but just won't be racing in F1.
Well, that's good. And, well, speaking of Sandro, he's here as well, I suppose.
Yeah, hey.
Yeah, I mean, I almost said this was not going to be the season you wanted, but I suppose you're probably pretty happy with the season you've had.
Yeah, actually, I mean, obviously, the sky is always the limit. Before you start a season, you always think about winning multiple races and being championship contender. But me personally, I'm a realistic person, and going into the season, I think this was what I could ever hope for. Being super consistent, I think I've finished every single race this season in the points. I now finished with a top 5 stretch of 7 races in a row in the top 5. I've won a race. That was my big goal this year, to finally win a race again. I scored 8 podiums. I'm going to be totally honest, I could not be happier with the season. And statistically, I think this is my best SRL finish, my best SRL season since season 1, with the average finish of, I think, 4.4. So yeah, I'm super happy with the season.
And I suppose with the new generation of cars that we're moving towards for next season, obviously F122, completely new cars. It seems like, from what people are saying, they're going to be a lot more unstable, a lot more slidey. Is that something that's going to suit your driving style, or how does that play into how you handle a car?
I guess we'll see. Obviously, we haven't driven those cars yet, and it's all just speculation as of right now. But generally speaking, I think I got some decent car control, so a more tail-happy car maybe might suit me. So yeah, we'll see. And maybe next season is even going to be a little bit better than this year.
Well, there's obviously always the chance that a new season brings a new chance of winning a championship. And with you're staying with Ferraris. I mean, you're not going really anywhere. You're not going out of your comfort zone. You're staying put where you are. You're staying with the same teammates. So, I mean, you're not really the one that's making the change here, I suppose.
No, it's familiar scenery for next season. I'm really happy where I am right now with the team as well, working together with my year-long teammate and good friend Dion Stahl as a teammate, and best situation I could think of going into season 8.
And well, I was kind of hoping that we could have Logan in here as well. Don't know if you are in here. Okay, I just didn't clock that you joined. Maybe it's because the messages doesn't show up or something. Anyway, I forgot what I was going to ask. Oh yeah, I mean, you didn't win. You didn't win today, obviously. I know that's maybe rubbing salt into the wound, but I mean, you came in. What was it, last year? It's a completely rookie. This is your first full-time season, as far as I am aware. I'm not 100% sure of that one. Second in the Drivers' Championship. Are you happy with it?
Not one bit. I mean, it's not so much that I lost the Jensen, but it's more of the manner that it happened. There was just so many races that it didn't come down to the racing. Like, if every day was like how today was, where it came down to the racing on track, I'm okay with it. You know, I'm okay with losing today because we had a good race and the result was based on how we performed on the track. You know, it's the frustration of all the factors we can't control affecting so many races this year. You know, like the excitement that we had today, how close me and Jensen and I can't pronounce his name. I'm sorry. Zero or
Alexi.
I'm sorry. I suck at names. I'm sorry. I'm a stupid American. But like that should have been the standard all season. Like that's how good we are as drivers, and that's how clean we are as drivers. You know, that's what we are capable of all season. It's a shame we didn't get that more. So yeah, to sum it up, my goal was the championship nonetheless. So anything short of that is a disappointment. But you know, with all the frustration I have pent up over all the races where safety cars came out bad times for me, all the races where I got hit, it's just fuel to the fire, and I'm pumped for next year. You know, I'm going to come with a fire under my ass, and I'm looking to, with all respect to Jensen, you know, I say this because he's good. It's like my goal is to beat his record of most wins. My goal is to score most points. You know, I want it all next year. I want to show that how I performed today is the standard and should have been the standard all year.
Well, I mean, that pretty much answers every single question I had for you, I suppose. There's really not much more to say about that, to be honest. I mean, you were there for pretty much the whole season. It wasn't over and out early in the season like we've seen before, where the championship looks like it's going somewhere and then it's just a matter of time. I mean, but you really did put up a fight, and as you say, I'm excited for next year as well, with the championship contenders that it looks like we're going to have. And obviously, as Sandro said, with the new cars, we can't predict who's going to be fast, but if it's the same people that it was this year, I mean, we're going to have potentially a 5-way battle for the championship next year. And I don't know how much. Who are you looking forward to battling next year, Logan? Who do you think is going to be the toughest nut to crack, so to say?
Honestly, I don't know yet, because I understand that with each new year, and everyone's practicing and getting better, but like, I'm going to sound mean when I say this, but like, as it is, if we go into next year, and it's like everyone's the same skill as we are right now, like, I think I'll shock people with how many races I'm going to win dominantly as it stands. Like, I think me and Jensen, if there wasn't any safety cars, would be gapping the field every race. I think that's what we're capable of. You know, with the exception of races where it's very easy to slipstream someone. But with that said, you know, I was that guy going from 2019 to 2020. We're in my leagues. You know, I was that guy that was kind of best of the rest, and then I made major improvements just with the way the F1 2020 game felt. You know, I made that jump in skill to be a championship contender and win league titles. You know, who am I to say that isn't going to be someone else? Someone can come out and shock me next year. Alexi could all of a sudden be faster than me and Jensen. You know, Manuelito could step up. You know, there's so many people that could step up and improve that I just need to focus on myself and being as good as I could be, you know, and not lose that focus, because it could be anybody.
And just to close out, because as I said with Sandro, he knows where he's going to be next year. He's going to be with the Scuderia Ferrari. You haven't chosen a team yet. You have said that you are leaving Alpine, but you haven't come out and said who you would like to join. I suppose it's not changed yet. That you have found a team that you are looking to join, maybe.
No, I mean, I wish I could give the stream something, but as it stands, my decision is going to be based a lot. It will probably be coming out pretty immediately after the new game comes out. So SRL fans, you know, stay tuned, because right after the game comes out, I'll be announcing within a couple days of the game dropping. I mean, it depends on a couple things. The main thing I'm looking for is, I mean, all the cars before the same, so only two things really matter to me. How cool does the car look? And how does the car sound? You know, car sound really matters to me. Like, for example, in F1 2018, you would never see me even a multiplayer driving a car with a Renault engine, because it sounded like dog shit. So it depends on engine sounds, but, you know, I said I might be leaving Alpine, but, you know, it isn't off the table for me to stay. I mean, I guess I can say teams I'm looking at, and it also depends who my teammate could possibly be. I want to fight for a Constructors' Championship. I scored, what was it, like 330 points this year, and I got third in Constructors? Like, oh my god.
Yeah.
I want a little bit more there. So, but I mean, possible teams, Alpine is possible. I know a lot of teams are full, but, you know, Williams is another top possibility for that as well, so stay tuned.
And based on looks, we can conclude he will not be moving to Mercedes.
No, the main reason I don't want to move to Mercedes is because it would just seem like I'm Jensen's replacement, and I don't want to be the new Jensen. I want to be my own person.
You want to make a story for himself.
Yeah.
Well, that's it, pretty much. I mean, do we have any more drivers in here? Is he in here? Hey, would you look at that? You fit for a interview, Alexi?
Yeah, I'm down if I'm not sounding too laggy.
It sounds fine to me, so... Well, anyway, P3 on track in the championship. You happy with your season? In general?
Yeah, got a win. Had a pole in the opening round, so I pretty much cannot complain, really, how the season went.
And I suppose being a part of a team that secured the Constructors Championship must at least be something to take away from this season. Some positives to take into next year. I think we have lost connection to Finland. Well... Oh, yeah, you might... Yeah, I think so as well. Oh, yeah, there we go. Oh well, well. I don't even think there's anything more to say about this F1 season. It's been absolutely fantastic to follow the season, and a championship battle that it didn't go all the way to the final race, but it went pretty far into the season, so that's exciting. And Sandro, I suppose we have one more race that we should tell the viewers about before the season comes to a close.
Oh yeah, most definitely. Traditionally, we are ending our racing season before the summer break with the Indy 500, our annual Indy 500 on Project Cars 2. And yeah, there's no different this year. We're going to have the Indy 500 again on June 25th. Mark that in your calendar. We're going to be racing at the Indianapolis Motor Speedway. 100 laps. I'm super hyped for that. One of the best events for me personally of the season. And yeah, be there. One final race before the summer break. Indy 500, 25th of June.
Always a good one to end on, and I suppose we are... Well, there's not much more to say. We'll be releasing, obviously, on the channel and on our Instagram news about when all of these all of these technical details around the next season when we know more. There's obviously speculation and rumors surrounding next year's game that we might have some classic tracks, which wouldn't be too bad. And so the calendar definitely at the moment not finalized yet, but we can confirm. I think you must back me up on this one, Sandro, if I'm right, but track votes, we're gonna have people to vote for which track they want in certain for certain rounds of the championship.
Yeah, exactly. There will be a few races that obviously we're trying to fit a 22 race calendar, but there are obviously going to be more races, more race tracks on the F1 game. So there will be a few choices that have to be made under the drivers on our Discord server. Obviously, we're still waiting with the release of the calendar since we don't know the final track list for the F1 2022 game. But just stay tuned if you guys want to stay updated with the situation, about the calendar, about the teams, about the drivers. Just link down in the description. The Instagram account is your place to be.
Yeah, absolutely. And in terms of GT3 endurance for next season, we haven't confirmed the calendar yet, but it will also release at some point during next year. So we have a lot to look forward for next year. But before that, as Sandro said, we are going to be looking forward to the Indy 500 on... What was it? Was it the 25th of June? I've already forgotten.
June 25th.
June 25th. Mark it down. Don't miss it. It is always a banger of a race, and why should it be any different this year? So, but if you have enjoyed, make sure to hit the red button underneath this live stream. It helps us out quite a lot. Like the live stream, like the video. If you enjoy it, I would encourage you to not dislike, because why would you? And yeah, as Sandro said, make sure to stay updated on our Instagram. In case you don't know what it is, you can find the link in the description, or just search SRL_F1. That is the place you can find all of the latest news, and at some point we will also be updating our website. That is obviously SRL-racing-league.weebly.com. And I think that's pretty much it. So it's been an absolute pleasure to do commentary once again for the final time in F1 this season. My name is Samuel Brandt, and it has been an absolutely fantastic championship. Hope you will join us for next year, not only for F1 but also for GT3 and all of the special events for next year. So until we see you again, you must have a really good day, and hopefully enjoy some good racing.